Okay, so I have wanted to get into vlogging for so long, and I thought, you know what? I'm currently waiting until I can purchase a real camera that will have fantastic lighting and will help with the sound control and everything like that. But I was like, you know what? I'm already talking to myself right now as I cook. Why not just talk? My oven's ready. Why not just talk while I am prepping for dinner? So yeah, I've wanted to get into vlogging for quite a while now, but I don't think that I have, like, I don't know if it's like the personality for it or what have you, but there's something that's kind of stopped me from it. And then once I did my first vlog on a day in a life, I was like, yeah, you know what, I am not cut out for this. I have no idea what I'm doing, no idea, like, whatsoever. And if the sounding isn't good on this video, I'm totally deleting it. But I was like, you know what, I am talking to myself right now as I'm cooking dinner because my husband works very long hours right now. And I was like, you know what, let's chat. So I'm currently in the middle of trying to figure out a good editing program and a fantastic camera so I can really get into vlogging, not just use whatever stand I have it on in my phone. But for now, this will work because I love talking about Scentsy for those of you who follow my channel, but I also wanted to get into vlogging, like vlogging, because let's just start over. I've been blogging, so writing, for a very long time, for many years, and after I had Brooklyn, things just kind of sped up in as far as life goes, where I have been extremely busy with a 1.5-year-old and my job. For those of you who don't know, I am an operations manager for a company located out in Arizona. And that's all I'll say. I'm hoping that my ear things are connected to this because I'm going to throw this away real quick. I'm going to keep talking. So I have just been so busy and I have not had time to sit down and blog, and when I do have time to do that, I don't want to do that. I spend at least 9 hours a day on, like, in front of my computer. I don't do anything else other than work at my job. I eat my lunch there. I take a quick break to get Brooklyn ready or to get her some food or to change a diaper, and then I'm right back to my computer. So I don't have a lot of time to... I do have time to blog, and when I do, it's the only time... Okay, let's just say this. The only time that I have time to blog is on the weekends, and I just don't really want to sit in front of my computer and type because I do that all day long, Monday through Friday. And so I kind of gave up on it, and it makes me really sad because I really like blogging. But I started getting into vlogging. It's funny. I recently got into Scentsy. You can see my story. For those of you that follow me, you probably only want to see Scentsy videos. But I'm going to do both. I'm going to vlog and talk about my Scentsy. So I recently discovered vlogging when I started watching YouTube videos on people who were reviewing Scentsy. And my Scentsy story is on my YouTube channel as well. So anyways, I got into watching videos on that, and then I was like, things started popping up as recommendations for, you know, this is a mom who's like, you know, your age, or this is a mom who's expecting, or all these recommendations. So I started watching these vloggers, you know, just they're going through the same thing that I am. They're moms, they're working, some of them work, some of them don't, you know, they talk about real life, and it just inspired me. And I don't know what went through me, and just, I don't know, I just got this rush of excitement in that I wanted to do it too. Not only did I think it was going to be something that was kind of an outlet for me, like blogging wise, but I also was like, this is great. I want to have these memories. I want to be able to look back on my YouTube channel and remember, you know, certain life-changing moments. And I wanted to remember vacations, and I wanted to remember my you know, my daughter growing up, and like all this stuff. So I started researching different cameras I can use and all this stuff. So right now I'm currently saving for an actual camera so that I can do real vlogging, and I am so excited. I have never been so excited about something. But I think it's because I discovered my love for vlogging, and when I found out about vlogging, I was like, how exciting, because I'm realizing that it's more fun to sit and watch videos of real life than to read about it. And that's a personal thing too now for me. It's just kind of changed. So I was like, well, why not change my way of putting content out there? So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm currently saving for a really nice camera, and I'm super excited. I don't know the first thing about vlogging other than lighting is really important, which I haven't had, as you can see. A stand is important, you know, all this stuff. So anyways, I'm getting off track. So let's talk about me. So let's see. I got married in 2015 to my best friend who I met in 2013. And we met at a place called Blissful, which is a bowling alley. And I don't know, things just progressed from there, from the bowling alley. And bowling alleys have always been kind of our background per se. Most of our friends bowl, and I don't know, it's just been part of our lives for a very long time up until recently. So my husband, he is a very smart, he's so amazing, and I love him so much, so dearly. Ever since I met him, he has always wanted to do something that inspires him to be better, and to somewhere where there's like growth in a company and whatnot. So anyways, long story short, we moved to Texas, like 2017 we moved? 2017? 18, 19, yeah, 2017. Yeah, because we'll have been married for 5 years. I cannot believe that. At the end of this year. And we moved to Texas, so we lived in Texas for 2 years, a full 2 years. That's where I got pregnant. And I had Brooklyn in Texas, and it was such an amazing experience. I wish I was vlogging back then, but I'll probably do more videos on that. I already have a post on my blog. My blog's not going anywhere. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my blog, but it's still up there. And I wrote about her birth story, but I might do a vlog on it just because, I don't know, I want that memory, I guess, to remember this by as I get older. So anyways, we lived in Texas for 2 years, and then we moved back. I was struggling a lot with living in Texas by myself with no family, with having Brooklyn. I had major postpartum depression and anxiety. to the point where I was medicated for it, and I just knew that I needed to be near my family, and so we moved back to Florida. My husband, we always knew that he wanted to own his own business, and so we lived at my parents' for about 6 months to try and get back on our feet and decide what we were doing, where we were gonna live. And he decided to start his own business. I had 100% faith in him that he could do it. He's such a smart guy, and he is skilled in what he does. So he opened his own handyman business. It was going okay. He had to supplement with other things until he got, I don't even know how long he did it for, but until he got like a hang of things and what was going on and what he wanted to do. Well, then this other opportunity just kind of fell in his lap. And we've always talked about things like this where, you know, there are people that land in the right place at the right time, and they are just incredibly blessed by a situation, and some people can just run with it and they're extremely successful and they're 1% of the population. And then we were just like, some people just have that opportunity and they just crush it. Like they don't go anywhere with it. They don't take advantage of it. Maybe they're not experienced or skilled in that situation. And so I prayed for the longest time that Kevin would be given the opportunity and the chance to just find, or to be given the opportunity to move up and move forward and just own his own company and his own business. And he has been given that opportunity. And I cannot tell you how many tears have been shed because I have prayed so hard for this, and I can't believe it's like there. So my husband owns a company called A2 Construction in Florida, and it is doing really well. It's still brand new, so we'll see what happens, but he's doing really well. He loves it. He loves what he does, and I am so proud of him. So that's where we are. So the goal is, and depending on how open I decide to be with our lives within vlogging and whatnot, but the goal is within a year. Our lease is up in October, so either in October or next October, so a year from October, we will move into a house. It just depends on how quickly things progress with his job and where we end up and what happens with my job and just all this stuff. It's just been kind of all up in the air right now. So we will see, but it is very exciting. A little bit background on me. I have always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and I am incredibly blessed to have that opportunity. I have been able to work from home full-time with Brooklyn, and I will do another video on this, but what most people don't understand is when they're like, oh my gosh, you get to stay home with Brooklyn and just work with her by your side. Yes, I am incredibly blessed that I get to do that, but also it is such a difficult thing, and I cannot tell you how many days into tears because of mom guilt, because of, you know, I am so focused. Like, just imagine being at your job, right? No matter what you do, and you're in the middle of it and you're working on it, whether you're an event planner or a chef, or you work in the restaurant business or the retail business, or you work in an office, or whatever it is that you do, and you have a toddler next to you who needs you, who wants to sit with you, she wants to have your full attention. And you know, this isn't daycare, so there's not like other people to help you, and there isn't there isn't a whole bunch of new toys, and there isn't other kids that your kid can play with. Like, you are the sole entertainer and world of this one tiny human being, and it is so incredibly hard. Like, when people come at me and they're like, well, I worked from home, but you know, and I'm like, oh, okay, was your kid in daycare? And they're like, well, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, imagine doing it with your kid by your side, having a toddler to chase around, to help, like, you're trying to, it's a constant battle of trying to do your job 100% and trying to succeed and move up in, and then you have this toddler who needs you and wants to just sit and cuddle with you and watch a movie with you or eat snacks with you, or it is so incredibly hard. It is so hard. It's so like gut-wrenching when she stands at your side and she cries and cries and cries because she wants to sit in your lap and you are in the middle of typing out a proposal, or you are about to call an important client to try and smooth over an angry customer, or whatever the case may be. I can't even tell you like how exhausted I am, even though I'm sitting down or I'm in my house all the time. It is so hard, and it is so frustrating, and I have never wanted more in my life to quit my job and just focus on Brooklyn. I don't know, I just never pictured being in this position, you know, but God has plans. And you know, it'll work out, and I'm to the point where I'm like, oh, I really want another baby, you know. She's like almost a year and a half, and I'm just torn because first of all, we live in an apartment, and second of all, I can't handle my job plus another one, and maybe you're asking, why don't you just put her in daycare? Right now, as I'm speaking, we can't afford daycare. Daycare is really expensive, and my husband's getting a business going, and while it looks super promising, I'm the breadwinner right now, as much as I hate saying that because I've never wanted to be a breadwinner. I am, so I am completely 100% relied on for all of the bills, for taking care of my daughter from 6 a.m. to about 8 o'clock at night. I am 100% I make sure everybody gets fed. I'm the chef, I'm the maid, I'm doing all of it. I am basically a housewife, a stay-at-home mom, and I am also working a full-time job in a salary position. And I never pictured being in this type of position where it's so hard. It is so hard, and I've had so many breakdowns. But you know, we'll see what happens, because you know, I completely 100% just believe in Kevin and his abilities to run a company, and I've wanted this for him for so long, so I am completely 100% on board and willing to sacrifice so that he can have what he wants. So maybe one day, maybe I won't have to work, or maybe we'll be able to afford daycare, you know, depending on what we decide to do, and maybe we will be blessed with another little one, and I won't feel so overwhelmed and feeling like I am just everybody's glue. And you know, we'll see what happens, but for now it is what it is. And that is a little, what haven't I told you? What else haven't I told you? Let's see, I'm sure you're gonna have all kinds of questions now, right? But let's see, I don't know, my goal is to, once I get my camera, I'm going to be vlogging a lot more, and you can see a lot of my life, and I am so excited about that. This is something I've wanted to do. I've never been comfortable talking in front of people, and while I'm not talking in front of people, people will probably be watching this eventually, so we'll see. This is totally out of my comfort zone. I am sweating. So let's see, what else do you not know? Just fun facts. Let's see. I have my bachelor's degree in event management. I always thought I wanted to do events and be an event manager, and while I was doing event stuff at Splitsville main event, I worked at Winter Garden Bowl. I did, let's see, I did some stuff at Chick-fil-A. I worked at Chick-fil-A for 4 years. This was my very first job. I've lived in Texas. I've been married 5 years on December 2nd of this year. That's so exciting. Oh my gosh. That's something I need to talk about too, because we want to do a vow renewal because we never got that full, I shouldn't say we, I never got that full experience of a wedding. I've always wanted to have a barn wedding and whatnot, and I never got that. So we will talk about that in another video. Let's see. I am allergic to 5 major things. So let's see. I'm allergic to peanuts, wheat, dairy, oats, and fish. So that's 5 things right there. I absolutely hate Florida. But you would never know because I am definitely a Disney girl at heart. We love going to the Florida Springs. We love having the opportunity to have all these. Guess who's home? So as I was saying, we love having all these forms of entertainment at our fingertips constantly. You know, living in Florida, there's so much to do all the time. So yeah, so if you have any questions for me, this is new, but just go ahead and comment below and I'll do a Q&A if you're interested. But anyway, so that's sort of my life right now in a nutshell. Very, very small portion of my life. This is new for me, sharing so in depth of my life. So we'll see how this goes, but I love doing this, and my daughter is awake, and so I need to finish dinner real quick. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my first cell phone vlog, and I'm not even looking at the camera because I don't know where to look. So this is a little test run, and we will see where it takes us, but I'm sure there are going to be lots of videos to come, and I am so excited to do this. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video.